This is Steve Taylor for the Rio Grande Guardian. We're in Edinburg, Texas today, and we're interviewing Barbara Gonzalez, who is the director of the Gear Up program at Vanguard Academy. And my first question, Barbara, has to be, we think of museums as quiet, respectful places where people come to see exhibits, and just walking around the South Texas Museum, the Museum of South Texas in Edinburg, it's very noisy and it's packed and there's lots of people and there's lots of activities, there's lots of food. What is happening here?
So today, and you're exactly correct, the museum is usually quiet, it is not today. So today is about celebrating our families here at Vanguard Academy. So we've extended an invite to every family member that is enrolled, that has their child enrolled at Vanguard. So with that being allowed, we have fine arts that's participating. So we have music, we have dancing, we have children that are singing. Then we have all our campuses that are participating. They actually have welcoming booths, so that way our parents can get to know our administration and know what the school is about. With that, our campuses are also selling food. We have food trucks. If you saw our CTE bus food truck, the only one in the valley of our high schools. We're really proud of that. And then more importantly, the Gear Up Project is giving away 2 books to every single student that is here. And then we have authors here. They're also reading books and doing story time and selling their books. So the biggest thing is, again, we pride ourselves on academics, and we get to do that with the family and give books. And I'll also add that the Gladys Porter Zoo is here, and also Palm Valley is here as well.
And potentially, how many parents could be here today? How many parents do you have at the school?
Last year we actually had 2,000 parents come in with their children. This year we're estimating 3,000 that will walk through the doors today with the museum.
Have the museum officials said this is a record by any chance?
Not yet, but I'm going to tell you, compared to last year at this time, it's exceeding expectations. We had parents at the gate at 8:45. We weren't starting to 9, so the buzz is there. But again, this is a chance for us just to come together as a district and really know that we're in this together. So I mean, it's just been a beautiful event so far, and we're not even to lunch yet.
And the weather's good for you.
Absolutely, that was a blessing. I know that was a concern of ours, but a lot of prayers, and it's been a beautiful day.
Do you want to give a shout out to the Museum of South Texas, because I know you have a great relationship with them?
Yes, absolutely. The beauty of the museum is that currently it's very unique because we're the only Gear Up project that we know of that is an official partner of a Gear Up project in the United States. But it's been a great collaboration with Dr. Bajado and his staff. I mean, it's a phenomenal staff to work with, but the beauty is at the museum itself. Just the beauty of the museum itself, and then plus all of the exhibits, where it allows families to understand their background and understand our culture. But more importantly, a lot of our families have never been here. So the fact that we're able to offer it to them at no cost, everything's free admission today, it just allows them to go in and learn some history.
I was going to ask, what do you think it does for the student that maybe has not been exposed to a museum of this caliber to visit and see what's on offer, learn what a museum is all about? What do you think the students get out of this?
I think they get a sense of knowing maybe where they come from, but what I've gathered and just listening to the students, I'm hearing the kids ask their parents a lot of questions, and I also have seen parents asking themselves questions about they didn't even realize the history of the Rio Grande Valley, more importantly Edinburg. So I think it's not only just for the students, but it's also for the parents. And even as my staff, I know I've had staff members that they've never been to this museum, and so now have an understanding and learning more. So it's really piqued their interest in our history.
And back to the students again, they've been practicing at whatever their skills are, whether it's music or play, drama. And what's it like when you see the students practicing and they know they're getting ready for a performance in front of the parents? What are the students like?
I'm going to tell you, there's been so much excitement, but I think not only seeing the kids, but seeing the parents with so much pride. And the fact that we are a fine arts school is the fact that you get to see that all in one place. Because again, every campus has their performances, but we're able to showcase a whole district in one day at one location. It lets the parents really fully realize that their kids are at the right place.
You mentioned all the schools are here. Remind us the names of all the schools, how many you've got.
Absolutely. So we're actually up to 10 campuses. So starting at Edinburg, we have Beethoven Elementary, Beethoven Secondary, Mozart Elementary, Mozart Secondary in Alamo. In Far, we have Rembrandt Elementary, Rembrandt Secondary. We also have Picasso. We have Van Gogh Elementary, Van Gogh Secondary, and this coming fall we're opening a campus in Mission, which will be Monet Elementary.
I've got to say, Barbara, it's very difficult to catch up because every time I see you, you've got another school in the works. How do you remember them all?
It's just, I think that is one big thing about our district, and this is also the guidance of our leader, which is Dr. Garcia, where when we say we are Vanguard, we are Vanguard. And the beauty is, yes, the Gear Up project, you know, due to the grant only services so many schools, but because we're such a united district, even though this is a Gear Up event, a district event, I mean, you see everybody from the whole district. Because again, we have students at the elementary, but then we have them at the secondary. And so it's just a great thing. And I think for us and the administration, it's great that we get to see our parents. You know, we don't get to see them face to face, but today we get to have those conversations. And it's great to put the parent with the child and get to meet them today.
And for those that are not aware, the viewers that are not aware of Gear Up, it's been mentioned a few times. Tell us about that program.
So Gear Up is a federal program that's been in existence since 2006. So the premise of Gear Up is helping students that are first generation and also low socioeconomic. And in the Rio Grande Valley, we actually have 3 Gear Ups. So you have Region 1 Gear Up, which services 20 school districts. You have UTRGV that's servicing 4 to 5 districts, and then we're Vanguard, we're alone. And currently right now, we're the only Gear Up project in the whole nation that was awarded that is servicing 8 different grades. No one else is doing what we're doing.
I can only think those other school districts must be very envious that Gear Up is, you've got Gear Up and no one else has.
Well, I think, you know, the beauty is of the Rio Grande Valley is, you know, this is such a great area for any student, whichever school district, but they have really led the way. But we're so unique that we're just by ourselves with our own grant. So that allows me to really service as many students. Even though the students that are non-Gear Up, the students that are below 4th grade, they have received a Gear Up service because of curriculum we purchased for the district. So Gear Up is really hitting all 5,000 students in this district. So we're really proud of that.
I guess it allows you to think outside the box and dream big and put on events like today, which otherwise wouldn't be possible.
Yes, exactly right. And the last event we had Sal de Rey, and Gear Up helped with that for Family Day, because again, family is where it's at. Exactly. And so with the Gear Up project also, that we've invited our parents, is that we have parents getting their phlebotomy and their EKG, and Gear Up is supporting that. Because again, when we talk about college, it's not only for students. We also want to provide those services also for our parents as well.
Barbara Gonzalez, Director of Gear Up at Vanguard Academy. Is there anything else that you'd like to say?
No, I would just tell you that Vanguard Academy, we are truly, truly blessed, and we're so thankful that our parents are a big part of that success. I mean, they are the reason of success in our students, so it's very important to us, and today is about celebrating them.
Thank you so much for today's interview.
You're quite welcome. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Sorry.